was fun, and it was also inspiring too, how we can just like go for it. And then let's talk about this AI Ventures class, because guys, I signed up for this by accident, okay? Our entire presentation was pink and we wore pink at the end of the presentation, so I feel accomplished at least. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here. My name is Scala, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I talk about grad school life and how to live a good and beautiful life just by doing the everyday normal things that you do, but being intentional about them. So today's video is a reflection video, a much needed reflection video about my first semester, well, my final, what is this? My second to last semester here at Harvard. After my 3-year stint of being here at Harvard, I am finally onto my last year of my master's program at the Graduate School of Design, and it has been a lot, especially coming back from a gap year that I took. I think, well, if you haven't seen that video, definitely watch the reflection video. But I've already talked about how great that was, but also how nervous I was about coming back to school and beginning again. So this video is all about that, how it's been, how it's going, what I'm hoping to achieve, what I have achieved, and what's failing, because honestly, some things are not going that well, but it's okay. It's okay. So we're gonna begin with the classes I'm taking and how that's been going, my academic goals, also my relational goals, social goals, the people I've met, the friendships and network, and then we'll end with my professional goals as I'm looking to apply to jobs and I'm looking for my future, what is coming. I'm also gonna tie in a little bit of what next semester might hold. So let's begin. What have we been doing this semester? It is actually the last week of classes right now, so I'm in the thick of finals and I'm really reflecting on what I've accomplished and what I've learned, of course, as I'm like completing and doing these final projects and these final papers. And it has been a lot, guys. I am taking 4 classes. I'm taking 4 classes this semester: Urbanism and Development at the School of Design, Real Estate Finance, also at the School of Design through the real estate program, Affordable Housing and Community Development, also at the School of Design, and an AI Ventures class at MIT. What a curveball. I don't even know. We'll get to that class. But Urbanism and Development have been like questioning what development is within the Global South, which is incredible since a lot of my academic research and interests lie in affordable housing and development and urbanism studies in Nigeria. So that's something that I've really just begun to study in the last 3 years here at the School of Design. And I've been absolutely loving the community that I'm finding. And I think this class really allowed me to build my scholarship. So I've been writing different essays, I'm applying to different conferences to talk about these papers. And honestly, the goal is just to spread awareness of like what are the opportunities within the Global South, but also what are the really intricate needs and really intricate ways of defining development in places like Nigeria and across Africa in various ways, like how distinct local communities are. So I love how that class is really interrogating that question within urbanism and the study of cities, which is perfect for my degree, of course. I didn't mention this. I'm in the Master of Design Studies program at Harvard's Graduate School of Design, but I'm taking classes across Harvard to really get to the heart of the different things that I'm interested in, which is quite a bit. But yeah, that Urbanism and Development class has been wonderful, and I'm ending it off with a strong paper that I'm going to try to apply to various journals as well. And then I'm taking my real estate finance class, which has been kicking my butt because it's like this full deep dive into real estate as I'm like transitioning and really figuring out who I want to be within the field of development, architecture, design, real estate. All of these words are swimming in my head, and I feel like I really didn't have that as much practical knowledge on the financial aspects of real estate. And here I am fully diving in, and I love that we're concluding this class with a final project. That's really making me think about where I would want to be within a market maybe, and what would I need to do in order to develop a full project. So that's been really cool, and this class has been especially important to me because it's allowed me to meet other people who are interested in real estate and have those greater conversations in real estate development. I also did not fully mention this. I am making this transition from my design and architecture experience into real estate development. And what I love about real estate development is that you can do well in the profession by also doing good and supporting communities. Like nothing gets designed, nothing gets planned, nothing gets developed, nothing gets constructed without the need for it, you know? So when I'm looking at development, I'm looking at it from this community first, people first perspective, where I want to design things that are really intentional about what a community or a person needs. So looking at multifamily housing development and affordable housing, which I've been researching for quite a while, this real estate finance class, as well as my affordable housing class, really dove into the aspects of policy, planning, the financials, subsidies, how do we make everything work? And I just love the puzzle piece of that, which has been so awesome in this semester, is like making it very practical for, you know, not just the buildings that I've designed, but like for the people that I've designed for, the people who would pay for that design, you know, like how do we all interconnect? And I think connecting and talking directly with real estate professionals has been the best way to understand that world. So I really love those two classes, and I have great professors in all of these. My urbanism development class is Diane Davis. My real estate finance class is David Hamilton, and my affordable housing class is Larry Curtis. They have all been wonderful professors and very intentional. I've gone to multiple office hours with all of them, and I think that's what makes or breaks a class for me, is can I like have an intelligible but also a real, honest, like natural conversation with professors. And I feel like that is what has kept me inspired in my classes. Like I'll be super stressed about this very specific like finance terminology, and I'll like go to office hours with Professor Hamilton, and it'll just be like, well, do we understand the concept? Like that's the first step. And I really love that, like going back to what is the actual meaning of my education. And I think all of those professors have really helped me to do that. So super grateful. And then let's talk about this AI Ventures class, because guys, I signed up for this by accident, okay? My goal, and I mentioned this in my first week of classes video, I want to take an entrepreneurship class, and I saw that MIT had this global ventures class, and I was like, oh my goodness, perfect. It's going to be about venture, like startup creation, venture capital, maybe like we'll get some entrepreneurship conversations in here, and it's going to be global, so I can focus on Nigeria. I can maybe like build a team who's actualizing the research that I've been doing, and we can start to like make these things a reality. I was wrong. Okay, this class, I mean, I could have done that kind of with this class, but for some reason, I saw nothing AI in the description of this class. And I promise you, if I can find a screenshot, I will send it to you. It said Global Ventures, nothing else. But once I took a full week of like, you know, our class search. We have this like class shopping period. And I didn't see any classes at MIT that I was interested in at that point. But a week goes on and I still need an extra class. I see an MIT class, but I couldn't make it to that like preview class, you know? So by then I had to sign up. Like, I was like, I'm going all in. Like, it sounded so perfect. It sounded so perfect. It only had like a one paragraph of what it was. So, I mean, it could sound perfect because it was so vague, but I don't even know. But yeah, I did end up going to the first day of that class, and it was like all about AI, and I was like, what did I get myself into? However, I stuck through it because I had to. And I thought, you know, I could race and try to find another class right now, but maybe this is also something that will challenge me and allow me to create something really cool and meet new people. And maybe it's something I'm not really interested in, but something that I can challenge myself in. So I took the class, ended up being really awesome. And awful at the same time. I'd say awesome because I did learn so much. I met so many cool people and so many amazing people doing vast things in AI. I also still think AI is a bit scary to me, but I've gone to many talks that are telling me not to be scared, okay, at least. But there's such an opportunity with AI in a way that's also ethical and supports just basic needs that, I mean, that would allow us to live a better life. Not in a way that makes us lazy, not in a way that gives us the opportunity to stop thinking, but in a way that enhances our thinking and allows us to support people who also don't have some certain abilities. So I think AI really does have like a great role in society today, and I think that's what I really loved about the class. Was we made a simple project. Our project, I'll show you guys the video, which our final presentation went really bad. If you saw that vlog, you know? But the general concept was taken really well, and we had a lot of people come up to us and want us to continue. So this is actually a project that we're going to continue to make, which we're calling it, it's called FixAI, and it's helping homeowners with their broken appliances. Basically, if you have something that's broken, you take a photo or you open up the app on your phone, and through computer vision, FixAI is going to tell you how to diagnose it, whether it's something you can do and they'll help you guide, or else something you can't do. It'll connect you to a professional, and we're hoping to integrate this across various channels. So in a short, simple way, that's FixAI, but you can check out our website. But that class was just so cool because it went from like, we had nothing, and we had so many iterations. I had another girl who was super passionate about like circularity in design and across the globe. So we were gonna do something in Nigeria, but it's completely shifted into this very specific niche problem. And I think that's also super cool, how you can just try out new ideas and make it happen or not, and let's have some fun along the way. So our entire presentation was pink, and we wore pink at the end of the presentation. So I feel accomplished, at least. But yeah, so those are my classes, and I think the takeaway is, I mean, they were all quite kind of different. I mean, besides finance and affordable housing in different ways, but I loved that I could just challenge myself to do different things and be in different headspaces, between like designing a product to designing spreadsheets to talking about community development to really intense academic research. I think the breadth of what I've learned this semester is what I hope to continue doing throughout my entire life. Like, I don't want to stop being a professional, like, industry expert on housing need and multifamily development. I also want to make sure I'm always integrated into what is globally going on in the world of urbanism, you know, and our cities across the United States, but across Nigeria, my countries, and across the world, to see what are good best practices and what are things that we can continue to implement across the world, around the world. And then how can I be an entrepreneur and that I can just produce an idea and bring people together? I think that was also such an important part of this year. I participated in a competition, the Ivory Innovation Challenge for affordable housing. And honestly, I just grabbed my friends together and like made a group, and we just presented it in 24 hours. It's basically a hackathon. So in 24 hours, you have to like listen to a prompt and design for affordable housing or create something for affordable housing. And that was super, it was fun, and it was also inspiring too, how we can just like go for it. This semester has really been a semester of just do it. Okay, like just do the things that you've been interested in doing, and do it with your whole heart and see where it takes you next. It's also been a semester of networking. I've met so many incredible people across commercial real estate, across design and African studies. I've been to a couple of conferences this semester kind of by accident. And I think I'm just so grateful to God for putting me in those spaces that I needed to be. I went to the Africa Alive conference this year and met incredible like professionals across the world. I went to I'm a Goldie scholar, as you've you might maybe mentioned like too many times at this point, but Goldie is the Goldie Initiative for Women in Commercial Real Estate. I'm a scholar, and they flew us out to Chicago. I've gone to Chicago a couple of times, met more really amazing people, and networked with those who really care about how women shape space within real estate. And I am honored. I'm honored, guys. I'm honored to be in this space. I'm honored to be here at Harvard this semester. I could not tell you how grateful I am that I decided to come back this year. I can't tell you how grateful I am I decided to take a gap year as well, but like to be back and say that this semester has integrated things I've always wanted to be a part of is incredible. And I'm gonna make a video about like where I've come from the beginning of this year, beginning of my time at Harvard to now, but I'm really excited about where I'm going, which is a career in commercial real estate that has to deal with helping those in need. That is the vaguest way I can say it all, but I genuinely believe that in any field that you go into, you can do good. And I think the way that I'm hoping to do good in commercial real estate is supporting families in multifamily development and focusing on affordable housing as my constant research, but maybe even going into the field of affordable housing to then learn all the ins and outs of that as well. So I'm hoping to continue to be a lifetime learner. I'm hoping to be an industry expert, both here and in Nigeria, both markets in different ways. Just generally being someone who is interested in a global understanding, an innovative understanding of how we can develop for communities to be strengthened and to do well and to support each other and for integration. Those are the things that I genuinely believe that I've learned in the last 2.5 years of my time here, and I believe that I'll never want to be out of that space and out of conversation in those ways. So thank God for this semester. It's not over yet. Pray for my finals, but it has been incredible to share this journey with you all. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your prayers, for all of your supportive words, for all of your time and attention watching these videos. And I hope that these videos are also giving you insight into what life can be, whether you're failing and trying your best, or you're making transitions in your life. I'm hoping that sharing my stories and sharing my experiences and my reflections are just encouraging you to do the same thing, to continue to reflect, to continue to share, to continue to, in your own ways, share. Maybe not always a YouTube video like what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I'm hoping that you all are also having a wonderful season of life, whether you're in school for the fall, spring semester, or you're just living life and going through a transition in another way. But I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you again so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't think I've ever said that in a video, but please do it. Thanks.